Crucially, the decisions they've made on tax reveal all you need to know about the Tories. They cut the top rate of tax for millionaires in this country. Everybody earning over £150,000 got a big bung. And what did they do in the last budget? They took money away from disabled people here and across Britain. The wrong priority.
OK, let me I'll come to you, Dan. The one up there, with respect to, yes, that's you, yes.
Yeah, I find the question for Doncaster, really, that question that was posed, quite ironic, because I see lots of women, my friends, like myself, who's going to lose my job in 2 weeks' time because the Tories have been stealing our tax, and domestic violence services are closing. Women's Aid is closing in 2 weeks' time. It's been here for 40 years, and it's closing because the Tories
it's all because... Just explain what you mean. Because of the Tories doing what, exactly?
Well, what we're talking about, the Panama Papers, well, everybody, it's like almost the elephant in the room. The question about inheritance tax is a small issue. The question of Google and Boots and you name it, Starbucks, the question of Tories, I don't know how you dare talk about Europe being corrupt when we have Cameron, who said that he would look after the vulnerable in 2010, and he has stripped us of everything. And this town is poor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. No, that's not. Daniel Hammond. Thank you very much. Daniel Hammond.
Well, the question was, should we abolish inheritance?
What did you address what she's just said? A major attack on your party.
Record in Doncaster.
Well, I mean, first of all, the big tax dodge, if you want to look for tax dodge, is that Eurocrats don't pay national taxes at all. So, I'm sorry,
totally irrelevant.
Okay, well, you tell me what Cameron did.
Come off it.
All right. Okay.
In 2010, we were told a lie. We were told that we had to take austerity. We had to lose our jobs, our libraries, our swimming baths. And do you know what happened? Cameron did not look after the vulnerable. He made sure that the rich got richer and richer, and the gap is
I'd like to get back to the original question at some stage, but since you say it's not reasonable to link it to Europe, all right. According to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, between 2010 and 2015, during the coalition parliament, all of the austerity cuts put together saved £36 billion.
It's a lie.
During that period.
During that period. Sorry, ma'am. Please, can you take the microphone away while Daniel answers? Because otherwise we won't be able to hear what he said. We heard what you said. We want to hear him now.
I'm not so keen.
All right.
You may not want to, but everybody else wants to.
So we can all remember the circumstances in 2010. We had a bigger deficit than Greece. We were in a bad place. We had to make some savings. According to the IFS, all of those savings put together came to a total of £36 billion. Over the lifetime of that same Parliament, our gross contribution to the EU budget was £85 billion. Our net contribution was £42 billion. So it's all very well to say, oh, you mustn't link the two things. With that one clean excision, even if you take the net figure, we could have wiped out every single one of the austerity measures and still had enough left over to take a penny of income tax.
Let's talk about the cuts
I'm sorry,
to disabled people. When you're the priorities of your Tory government, the cut.
But if you're handing
taxes for millionaires,
million quid a week to Brussels, think of how much we could
do.
Daniel, hold on, Daniel, I know you're very keen to go on making the point about Europe, but her question wasn't about that. And we know that even if it's Brexit, it's 2 years before or so while you negotiate to get out. She's talking about what's happened since the last election.
That's right.
And the measures that were taken since 2010. It's all right, ma'am. I'll do it for you for the moment. But answer her point.
I mean, and local services in Doncaster are obviously up to the council in Doncaster. But in terms of... and should be, and quite rightly so.
The government's cut the funding.
Okay.
Look, can you feel the anger? Can you hear how unhappy people are in Doncaster and elsewhere about the fact that we know that we have been played by an ultra-rich elite in this country and around the world who fiddle their taxes, who salt it away in tax havens, and this government says that the biggest problem when it comes to the abuse is the abuse of benefits. In poor communities, one is pursuing the poorest in society, and I think the abuse of benefits is wrong. But let's understand the order of the abuse that's going on. Just over £1 billion is estimated to go in the direction of abuse of benefits. The tax gap, that is from people who evade it and avoid it, is more than £30 billion. Going up. Now, I ask you then, why is it that the staffing levels in the HMRC, who deal with pursuing the richest in society, are significantly less than they use to pursue the poorest in society? It shows the priority of the Tories, and people should be very, very angry about that.
Right.